You guys miss me, huh? How are you guys doing? Welcome to another podcast of the Constitution Manchester United. It's been a while you guys have heard from me. That's expected because that was deliberate. I think the last time I did a video podcast with you guys was exactly a week ago, discussing the trend plane is in the air. Some of you guys probably think I live near the coast or something, but I live in the inner city, bro. And there's a plane in the sky. Like there's literally about 4 or 5 times in an hour of plane passing by. And the thing about it is that you can literally see the plane in its totality clear. And you are saying to yourself, man, if this plane ever drop out of the sky, I I um yeah. So back to what I was saying. Yeah, it's been a while I've done a video for you guys. Discussing the transfers of Eduardo Camavinga, Rafael Varane, and of course Jadon Sancho. Um, and I still believe at least two of those players have a potential of coming to Manchester. No, I think Jadon Sancho is a done deal. I think that's just nipped in the bud already. But it's just that it's not made official as yet. So pen to paper hasn't been made known as yet. In terms of Eduardo Camavinga, we'll see how that pans out because Pogba is still at Manchester United. And probably, I'm not sure. I want to hear what you guys are saying in the comment section below. I want to hear what you guys are saying in the comment section below. Comment section below regarding Eduardo Camavinga. Should Manchester United be proactive in signing Eduardo Camavinga to replace Pogba so they wouldn't have to react to selling him? So, like for example, since we have Paul Pogba now, he's in the last year of his contract. He has 1 year remaining on his contract. Should the club make contact, which they're already doing, with Eduardo Camavinga and sign him while Pogba is at Manchester United, or wait until we have sold Pogba to PSG, then sign Eduardo Camavinga? I want to hear what you guys have to say. So leave your comments below in the comment section below. I want to hear what you guys are saying. You guys have beautiful minds. You guys are very intelligent and heaven sent. So I just want to hear what you guys are saying. Now, this video podcast, I just told you guys that it's been a while I've done a video podcast for you guys. So me saying that, me prefacing that, I think you guys know where this video podcast is going. This is not going to be a short video podcast. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So you might want some popcorn and champagne so you can watch this video podcast all the way through it. A lot of things have happened in the past few days in regarding football, which I want to address. Copa America winners, man. Argentina, man. Argentina won their international trophy under the influence and guidance of Lionel Messi. I want to speak. I told you guys. Man, pray for me. I need help. Argentina actually won the Copa America, man. People were saying, no, this is not the best Argentina squad I've seen. Definitely not the best Brazilian squad I've seen. This is probably the most classic rivalry in international football in the South. Like in the South America, yeah, this is like the best rival. This is like the biggest rivalry. But in terms of the quality of the squads, there's nothing to show for it, bro. Like Messi is the main man. He's the epicenter of Argentina, and of course Brazil. They have decent ballers, but it's not up to par with like a 2005 or Brazil or a 2002 Brazil. Like it's just not the same Brazil, man. The quality has declined pretty drastically, actually. But the tournament, I was telling my pops because we were watching a match of the Copa America, and he's a Argentina fan. He's a diehard Diego Maradona fan, and since Diego Maradona successor is Lionel Messi, he's a big fan of Lionel Messi. So of course he wants to see Argentina lay hands, lay claim towards a trophy. Is me, and as especially on the guidance of Lionel Messi, because the criticism Lionel Messi has been getting for the past, I don't know, 7 years, is that Messi is not a leader, and I would agree to that to some degree. In saying that he's not as outspoken as other leaders. Messi, I told you guys, Messi leads from the front. He leads. I don't if this is not cop blocking, I don't know what cop blocking is, bro. Seriously. For the past hour before I did this video podcast, there was no planes going in the sky. What of all of a sudden no brother is doing a video podcast? No, there's at least 3 planes that have passed by in the last 6 minutes. What's that about? No. Yeah, I was basically saying that Messi is not known. Hold on, he's not known for his outspoken skills. I don't think that's Lionel Messi. I just don't think that's in him. But he leads with his talent. Is me. Jeez, man, these notifications. People just hating on a brother, man. Yeah. So Messi led with his skills. I wouldn't say he was outspoken in terms of, guidance and leadership. But with his powerful influence through his style of play, I think that was enough to portray him as a leader. So you have different types of leaders, bro. People are different. People are built different. Not everybody is built from the same cloth. Not everybody is built from the jar that is known with Roy Keane. Not everybody is like a Roy Keane type. You see me? Some people needs a boot in their buttocks. We get that. Some persons are just they're just not that type of leader. And I think Lionel Messi, I don't know if it's probably due to the poor quality of the Copa America, but I just don't find it enticing, man. I just don't. Mm-mm. Like I was saying, my father, like, cause I'm from Jamaica. Some of you guys know that, and there is a Jamaican league. I don't remember the league in Jamaica, but it's like watching, man. It's like watching a Jamaican league match, man. Like it doesn't portray the qualities of a quality match, man. You don't even know most of. Don't think that's another one. You don't even know the qualities of the player, bro. Like most of the players in the league, bro. Like it's annoying, man. Just like this other, like there are 4 planes that just passed by. Four brothers, man, hating on a brother, man, hating on this black man. That in a second. So Messi has laid hands on a trophy, but there are people that are criticized. They are still skeptical of this debate, the great controversy when it comes on to football. Lionel Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo. I was about to say 6 years ago. Excuse my mathematics. Excuse my numbers. About 5 years ago, yeah, Portugal won the Euros, the 2016 Euros against France in France's backyard. Argentina has now laid claim towards a trophy under the guidance of Lionel Messi. But there are Cristiano Ronaldo fans that still don't believe that Messi, despite winning a trophy for his country, they still don't believe he has the same weight of credibility with Cristiano Ronaldo, because people are saying that the side that Cristiano Ronaldo was in 2016, they don't think that's another plane, bro. Let me scratch my face first. No. Yeah, people are saying that Cristiano Ronaldo, the squad that CR7 was in 2016, is nowhere near in terms of quality, the quality of a 2021 Argentina. Now, like I just told you guys, the squads are still not as quality as qualified as high quality squads in comparison to previous years. Like Argentina's squad in 2014 was good enough to win the World Cup. Um, and I think it's always been good. I think there's a lot of players that was always quality in terms of you know quality depth. But now, not so much, bro. Not so much because nobody watches the Copa America, bro. Like I'm in Canada, bro. Nobody has like a flag representing Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, no, Venezuela. I think Venezuela was actually in it. Yeah, I think Venezuela was actually in it. Like nobody was representing those countries, bro. Like people were like if you ask people if they were watching the Copa America, they would look at you like, nigga, please, what is that? That in a second at nigga. Um, but yeah, people are still skeptical in terms of the controversy, the see people are all over the place, bro. People saying, yo, well, Messi hasn't won a trophy for his country, and Messi is not on the same level as Cristiano Ronaldo winning a trophy. Messi shouldn't be in the same sentence as as Ronaldo because Ronaldo has won a trophy. Messi hasn't won a trophy. Now the dude has won a trophy. Now the dude is not in the same sentence as CR7. Bro, y'all all over the place, bro. What's wrong with you guys? You have ADHD or something, man? What's good with that? And also, me guys praying for me already, and I appreciate every prayer because so many guys, bro, so many guys, man. No, yeah, Messi led his country to the Copa America finals and actually won the tournament. No, he didn't get man of the match. The snake actually not only scored but he got man of the match. He wasn't the player of the match, of course. I think that was boiled down to Messi because he was the top scorer. So automatically they're going to give him the accolades of being the player of the tournament. What I wanted to say. Yeah, so Di Maria has actually scored it. Now, us Manchester United fans, we don't really take kind to Di Maria considering what he has done 7 years ago. Fans don't like that. Fans don't like that. But we have to be very objective and accept that he is one of the best players of his generation, Di Maria. Very underrated. Um, he's kind of a prick, but you know, some persons have to prick their way into greatness, I guess. And he's one of those players. He's not one of the most saints of players, but he's one of those players that can make a difference. And even when he was at Manchester United, man still clock about 12 assists in the Premier League. I think he was at least in the third place in terms of assists, if not second place behind Cesc Fabregas in 2014-2015 season for Manchester United. This is a dude that was in his prime. This was a dude was in the best career, in the best time of his career. We just took this dude from Real Madrid. This dude got man of the match in a UCL final in 2014, and we signed him from Real Madrid. And a season after he been at Manchester United, my man wanted out and went to PSG. So fans didn't. Some fans still have hatred for that. They didn't really take kind to that. Yeah, man. But going back to Lionel Messi, because he's the man of the show. In terms of club football, Messi is a free agent. Messi is a free agent. Messi has no club. Messi is clubless. He's jobless. He's unemployed. I mean, he has enough money, but the consideration of I didn't even know in La Liga that there was a salary limit. I never know that. If you guys are if you guys know the gas not the gas, the glass ceiling theory, yeah, there's a ceiling, man. I didn't know that there was a salary ceiling in La Liga, man. I thought players could just be players at a club, whether the club the you know the wage bill is like 250 million or something. I didn't know it would care to one degree, but you know, I was reading someone saying that there are certain players that cannot be registered. Like I think I don't remember the player that they just signed. This young youth. That's another player. Argentina striker Aguero. They signed him. They signed the Pie. They signed the Pie. They signed Aguero. They signed another young youth. I don't remember his name. I think he used to be at Barcelona and they just brought him back to Barcelona. The prodigal son, apparently. So, the unfortunate thing is that they cannot register those players as yet because the wage bill is too high. And the unfortunate thing is that nobody wants to make a pay cut. Nobody wants to take a salary cut. And that should tell you the mentality of the players in regarding to their move to Barcelona. Because my thing is this, bro. If you really want to go to Barcelona genuinely, then you wouldn't care to have a pay cut. You wouldn't care to have a salary cut. But man wants to make the cut, pun intended, at Barcelona anyway, with their high wages anyway, and get away with that. But see, if you go waste money on signing Aguero, Aguero is getting paper per week. Depay is getting paper per week. The club is looking to re-sign Lionel Messi on a 4-year deal or a 2-year deal or something. That wage bill has to be decreased. Not even in PSG, bro, and PSG is not as competitive as the La Liga. I don't think they have a wage limit, man, because they just got Sergio Ramos, they got Ronaldo, they're looking to sign Pogba, they're looking to sign Donnarumma. They already have Ronaldo and Ramos, and of course Neymar and Mbappe. So what's the deal? What's the deal with Barcelona? Barcelona is broke, man. Barcelona is broke. Because for the past 5 to 6 years, Messi's been getting like, I don't know, about 1.5 mil per week or something. Or something close to that. Yeah. And it goes to show that clubs don't don't be fooled by clubs because they sign a lot of world class players or quality players mean they can literally run a club in terms of recruiting good players and recruiting giving them good decent contracts. Not necessarily. Not because you're decent in business in one aspect means you know what you're doing in terms of other players. Ed Woodward was decent in business, but he doesn't know what he's doing in terms of players. The Glazers, I'm pretty sure they're decent in business, but they don't know what they're doing with the players and the wages. Falcao was on 300,000 per week. this dude, this dude was injured, man, and we got him on loan for one season, and he was on 300,000. That's seven, you know. That's seven, and they said that seven is a golden number, and they said that no, I can't take these planes, man. Yeah, man. So the obviously the wage bill for Barcelona is very interesting because of course if you want to register players, new players for the club, and what they're saying is true about the salary limit, bro, someone has to give, bro. Someone has to give. Someone has to give. If you genuinely love the club, you would make that pay cut. If you genuinely love the club, if you genuinely want to sign for Barcelona without getting a hefty pay per week, you wouldn't mind a pay cut. But see, given the current state of modern day football, bro, most persons want money anyway. Most persons want money, of course, to do with their family, but they want to live lavish, high maintenance lifestyles. And the unfortunate thing is that most of these players are not even that good, but they want good, hefty, well paid wages per week. And they're not even that good. They, they play a few games good, and then I'm going to tell you something. Have you noticed? I'm not sure if this reigns true in NFL. Jesus, man, who's trying to get me? Someone just sent me a message. I don't know if this reigns true in NFL or NBA or MLB. And for you guys that don't know MLB is Major League Baseball. I don't know if this is only a European football thing, but have you noticed that when players are on form, when they're informed on the pitch with scoring goals, they're making good tackles, they're just playing very well, and they get a new contract. You notice that form doesn't continue, or it's not as fire or as dope. Their form is not as good as prior to getting a new contract. Aubameyang, you know why? Because people love to work hard for something. When you give persons something that they don't deserve, at least not as yet, they know that they're not really deserving for it, and that's going to show in their behavior. And players are going to slack off on their form because they're saying, "Hey, I already got me a hefty contract, so I can ease down on my form. Yes, I can score a few goals here and there, but my form is not going to be as fire as it was prior to getting a new contract." Again, I don't know if that reigns true in you know in other sports, but in football, bro, clubs have a tendency of giving players a 5 year contract, a hefty 5 year contract, just because they've been playing well for a few games. And when that player gets a contract, you know it's that they've been average for, they start being average because there is no motivation to continue that form. Listen to me. And a lot of clubs like Manchester United are guilty for that. I don't think there's a wage limit in. I think that's the good thing about the Premier League. I don't think there's a wage limit in the Premier League. So you can, when you're in the Premier League, bro, you can sign whoever you want. You can sign Messi, you can sign Neymar, anybody you want, and they won't be alleged. I think the FFP is going to play, financial fair play is going to have some say so, but I don't think it's going to scream as loudly as the salary limit in La Liga. So that's a quite unfortunate thing for Barcelona to be broke. They're looking like a big ass joke because their best player is not registered officially with them anymore, at least not at this moment in time. Messi's a free agent. Again, he's jobless. It's best if he works down at Dairy Queens or something. But I think if Messi signs a new contract, with I think he will do, I think he's going to make the pay cut, bro. He has to. If he wants to stay at Barcelona, he has to make the pay cut, or his contract won't be as lengthy as it was in previous years. Cause Messi for the past 5 years, bro, that dude has been getting like, I think they say he's been getting like 500 and some million in the last 5 years or something. Like, bro, that's money, bro. That's money. If you give me that money, you couldn't talk trash to me. You couldn't give. If you give me that money, bro, you couldn't talk trash to me. If you gave me that money in one day, man. Yeah. So, another thing is that the of course, because I live in Canada, I just mentioned that, so many guys know that there's actually a few persons, you know. Wait, let me check some real quick. There's a few Italian persons that live in Canada that has migrated to Canada, and for some persons, in their defense, at the beginning of the tournament, I saw a few Italian flags, not as much as prior to the final. That shows a lot of that shows out of persons true colors, because they're waiting until their side. They're not flying the flag of support when their side, when they're unsure about their side reaching the final, when they know for certain that their side is in the final. All know right now, like most places are filled with Italian flags, filled of praise with Italian flags. And I think it's just hypocritical, bro. People love conditionally. People love, if things are going well for your side, there's no reason for you to subside. There's no reason for you to stay on this side. People want to stay with the side when their side is going good, doing good things in the moment of togetherness, doing very good. But dude, man, dude, yesterday, bro, I was going to Vaughan. Vaughan is in Canada. Some of you guys might not know Vaughan, but Vaughan is like an Italian place in Canada, Ontario. And man, I saw flags like the plague, bro. Like I saw flags like it was locusts in the flesh, man. I saw flags all over the place. I never know. I'm pretty sure those flags, bro, were not there at the beginning of the tournament. And Italy was the first side to play the game. It was to kick off things. That's eight. Eight planes. If you guys counting, you would know what number plane this is. This is plane eight. But yeah, man, Italy versus England in the final. No, I saw England flags yesterday, definitely on Saturday. Nothing, not nearly as in comparison to Italy though, because Italy was just running the place in its entirety. Um, I guess Italy is based on competitiveness and just conquering places. Um, but yeah, man, in the final, there was a lot of English, because England's English fans were starting to boo the Italians, and I didn't really take kind to that. I think that was petty, immature, and childish. This is a country, this is a nation that has not won a trophy for the past 55 years or so, and they still haven't won a trophy. This is a nation that hasn't won a trophy for 55 years. But they wanted to as people call shit houser themselves through it. You know, for them is the end justify the means. They want to do anything any way. They want to do anything necessary for them to win that final. Whether it's to try to struck or to attack the mentality of the Italians, they're going to do it. And that's what they did yesterday. The English fans were booing the Italians during the anthem and in the match, especially after England was 1-0 up. Speaking of that, that was a very good goal by Luke Shaw, by the way. Luke Shaw is in the form of his life. Arguably, Luke Shaw is the best left back in the world currently. He's got the endorsement of Roberto Carlos. This dude is showing what we wanted to see all those years ago back in 2015. He was showing some form prior to his major injury, but after his injury, his form has never been the same. Yes, me, his form has never been the same, and yeah, man, he's in the form of his life. He's showing his true colors, despite him being more chubby than he was 7 years ago. He's still showing that even when you're chubby, technical attributes matters more than your physical attributes. And even in his physical attributes, Luke Shaw is not a slow mo. He's actually fast for his chubby frame. Yeah, he's kind of heavy set like Rooney, but he's still fast, man. He's still fast. He has take off feet. He's very quick. But I think he still needs to lose a few pounds for next season. Yeah, man. So Italy actually won the final against England with an equalizer by Bonucci. It's not coming home. And it went to extra time and burps, man. Italy actually won the penalty shootout. England, when it comes on to England, bro, England is like England has a mental blockage, and history has shown this. England has a mental blockage when it comes on to penalties. And this is going to relate to the main meat of this video podcast. If you're a manager for England, yeah, if you're an England manager like Gareth Southgate, you haven't played two players in the tournament. You haven't played two players in the tournament all tournament. But because you know that the penalty shootout is looming, that penalty shootout cloud is going to overshadow the game right now. You know there is no goal that's going to score right now, although Italy had a chance of scoring, but it didn't fall through. Now you want to put on the attackers that you haven't played in the tournament, but you know that they're decent penalty takers, but you think that is going to win you the match. Brethren, that is not good man management, bro. You haven't played Jadon Sancho much in the or any no. I think you played him once. Played him once in the tournament, and Marcus Rashford hasn't even sniffed the tournament due to injury. But then again, if he's injured, then why did you call him up for the squad, bro? Mason Greenwood. People say that Mason Greenwood wasn't selected because he had an injury. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a hot second. I think that dude was fit. But the English press saw it fit to say, well, he didn't get selected because he has bad attitude, and with that bad attitude in the squad, he's going to become a pest, and with a pest, you're going to become a big mess in the squad. So we want to excuse that pest from the squad because he has this attitude. He's not that type of player that's going to bring England to the final. So the English board with Sarah Southgate found it vital to remove him from the final choices of players going to the tournament. England wept what they saw yesterday. They booed Italy fans all of the 90th minute. Now it wasn't as much after Italy has equalized, but still they were still booing. English fans basically mobbed Wembley. Wembley was in roar. When Luke Shaw scored that goal in the second minute, bro, it's easy to say, well, yes, they're celebrating and everything, but this one is, dude, if you were in Wembley and Luke Shaw scored that goal, if you were screaming, you couldn't hear yourself because the place was in a big uproar. The place literally evaporated, not evaporated. You erupted. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Actually erupted when Luke Shaw scored. People were saying, "Man, it's coming home. It's coming home. It's literally coming home." But when Bonucci equalized, the fans started to eat their humble pie a bit. They say, "Oh crap! I guess we have to score another goal here." One goal is games are not won through draws, particularly the final. But the fans, man, the state of English fans, bro. Like, what's wrong with you, English fans, man? And this is not just geared towards English fans or fans, period. This is the main meat of the topic, and I want this to be under an hour. This goes to any football nation, to any football club, just football in general. And this is what I'm going to say. Racism will not die in football. I think it will get worse. Let me repeat that. Racism in football is going to get worse. Gareth Southgate put on two players that were not involved in most of the games for England in the tournament. Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford had a slight injury coming into the tournament. But then again, why are you bringing this dude in the tournament if he has an injury? That doesn't make no sense, bro. You had other players that they could choose from. I think Jesse Lingard was actually fit just before the final decision was made for selecting players for the squad. You see me? But right now, fans of England, and bro, I don't even know what's the state of England, bro. But you have a lot of childish, immature English fans up there, so man. After the final, I was watching a video. And I was watching the video. I wanted to watch a video, but someone tagged me in something. Another plane. That's 9 planes today. Someone tagged me in something, bro. Let me see some. Someone tagged. I think someone was thrown in the river. What's the river? What's the name of the river again? Someone was literally thrown in a river. Literally thrown. I think it was a river in England, and someone was literally thrown in the river, bro. Like literally thrown in the sea or something. I don't know if the person has drowned, but I have to go double check. I have to do my research. I didn't do my research, so give me a second. After England's, yeah, man, like someone was literally thrown into the river. My bro, I mean, football is one of those matches, bro, that if you take it, if you're very emotionally and egotistically invested in it, then things can literally go haywire. You see me? And that's not a good thing. Give me a second. Like someone was literally thrown into the river. Yeah, black man thrown into the river after England has lost. Black man, black man was literally thrown into the river. What's wrong with most of you guys in England, man? What's up with you guys? You can't take a loss? Yes, I understand that it's Euro League final. I think that is vital for his side to win the final. But that to the extent of like throwing someone in the river, bro, like what's up with you guys, man? You guys are emotionally volatile. You guys are sick. You guys need to go to a mental doctor, man. Or you go throw a black man into the river, bro, as if he was one of the players that played. And even if he played, that doesn't give you the green light to throw him into the river after just a loss. Watch there. Literally throw the dude into the river after a loss, bro. After a loss. Now someone is saying that's got nothing to do with football and he's not a man of color. Bro, I am not blind. My eyes aren't 100, but I can see it's me. That dude is a black man, dude. Period. Black men, you're under threat. Let me tell you that right now. Black men, you are under threat. And this is going to relate to the main video podcast as I close this video podcast. Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Saka from Arsenal has been levied a lot of racial destructive criticism for the past 22 hours. Like abruptly on social media, definitely on Twitter. I've seen their names trending. I've seen their names trending in droves. I've seen the names of Saka, Rashford, Sancho trending on Twitter. And my thing is this, bro. Yes, Saka has missed his penalty. England's are not that good at penalties in the final or in the quarterfinals or in the semifinals, and that's the judge that they've been living under. But that doesn't give you the justification or the ammunition to levy destructive criticism or even more so racial abuse to those players that miss. Those players are still human beings. Now, I'm not a big fan of Saka. I haven't watched much of this dude for Arsenal because I don't support Arsenal. I don't care for Arsenal like that. But that doesn't mean that it should racially abuse the young youth. This dude is just 19, bro. This dude is just pulling up his socks in football. This dude is young in football. So I think it's vital for you to levy destructive criticism at a young youth that is young in the game. I don't even think Mbappe was getting that type of abuse online. And Mbappe is black. You see me? I don't think he was getting that type of abuse, and it was not in the final. He missed. He missed in the quarter final or the round of 16. I think it's the quarter final against Switzerland. Yes, quarter final against Switzerland. And this dude go miss his penalty. But he's not getting that type of racial abuse as Saka, as Rashford, as say Jadon Sancho, or even Sterling is getting racial abuse, bro. Sterling was literally your England's best player. Excuse my poor French. England's best player in the tournament. So we go level criticism against this dude. This dude literally brought England on his shoulders. Yes, he got support from other players, but he was the one that put the ball into the back of the net. But you guys think it's best to level criticism at these back players just because they miss. And I think Roy Keane was basically getting into Sterling's and Grealish's grill because he was basically saying, how you gonna make a young youth like Saka take a penalty when you have Sterling to take a penalty, Grealish to take a penalty? And he was saying, brethren, in that situation, in that new highly neurotic, highly anxious situation, make the more experienced players take the penalties. Why are you making a 19-year-old take a penalty? Do you know how much mental damage that could cause the dude? The dude was literally in tears after the final. Literally in tears. Yeah, he was literally in tears and he was very inconsolable. You see me? He was just, he couldn't cope, man. Because not only did he cry because he missed, but he knows the state of English supporters, especially when it comes down to racism. He knows that. So given that he has missed his penalty, bro, that has opened a new kind of worms for English supporters to say, why are you allowing this young youth to take this black nigger? Why are you allowing this black nigger to take a penalty? He's not good. He's good for Arsenal. Yes, he's been decent in the tournament for England. Why do you think this dude, just young youth, there's this saying that even a child can lead him, but doesn't mean that a 19-year-old should lead England and take that penalty when you have Sterling, Grealish, and other players to take this penalty. I don't even care for Sterling that much because he's a nigger. But why are you making Saka, who is he's more of a nigger than a nigger of Sterling, but why are you making this young take a penalty? And see, Rashford is getting abuse, racial abuse. In Rashford's defense, and I am always on Twitter, some of you guys know that. Some persons are beating onto the drums of Rashford, Sancho, and Saka. They are saying that those players are to be blamed for England's loss. My thing is this, bro. I wouldn't even say those players, yes, you could ultimately say they're at a fault for missing their penalty. But if you look at the bigger picture, it goes deeper than that. Again, Rashford hasn't played much in the tournament. Sancho has played one game in the tournament. And Saka, he shouldn't be taking a penalty anyway. He shouldn't be not taking a penalty anyway. But that is not due to the players because the players don't play themselves. The players don't pick themselves. The players don't choose themselves to play. That is based on Gareth Southgate. This dude, Gareth Southgate, has not played Rashford in the tournament until the few minutes left for the penalty shootout against Italy. This dude waited until the final to play Rashford. Sancho didn't play much. This is me. But persons are saying, man, I think the players to be blamed, man, is based on Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, like someone, a Twitter friend of mine said this, and I'm going to read his tweet. I hope he doesn't mind, but I'm going to read it. He said, blame them, which means Rashford, Saka, and Sancho. Blame them. Blame all three players. Overpaid and overhyped players. And I basically came into the conversation and said, bro, this has some connotations of racism, in my opinion. And everybody knows about opinions. Opinion is not either, especially subjective opinion. In subjective opinion, I think that comment has some connotations of racism. in my opinion. Now, my opinion might be wrong, but that's my opinion. And I basically told him that it's not their fault they're overpaid or they're overhyped. It's not their fault. It's on Gareth Southgate for playing players that hasn't sniffed the tournament, really. And someone was basically, he replied to a tweet of mine. He said that you can blame those three players for bad penalties, but don't forget to blame the other players who played full 120 minutes and not managed to score, which I agree with. Equality here should mean equal blaming on all sides. And this is a subject, not a subject, this is an objective comment. Because he's not only looking from one side of the angle. He's being equal across the board. He's not just he's not just putting salt into the players for just missing those bad penalty. That's 10 that's 10 that's 10 planes, fellas. That's 10 planes that have passed ever since I've started this video podcast. 10 planes. And it's not even on hours yet. 10 planes, bro. So yeah, man, people are saying that Saka, Rashford, Sancho is to be blamed. Bro, you cannot blame players that haven't been playing much in the tournament. Rashford is cold as hell. Rashford is cold as hell. Sancho is cold as well. He hasn't played as much, so he's not warm. He's not much fit as the other players that have played every game in the tournament. So I don't think it's in one's right to blame a player that hasn't been playing much. Yes, ultimately you can blame him because they're the attackers, they're the strikers, and a striker's bread and butter is to score goals in the penalty box or in the 12 yard. I get that. But understand that if the players is not played as much, they're going to be rusty after a few while. They're going to be rusty after a few while. So I don't think it's worthwhile that people are levying criticism, especially destructive personal attacks, that is ad hominem attacks at players that they don't even know. They haven't spoken to those players ever in their life, and those players don't even know them from a can of paint. But they think destructively criticizing them with racial comments is better that way. And my thing is this, bro. I think that's just poor from English supporters to literally. And here's another thing, bro. Someone is always tagging me into some stuff on Twitter. Someone literally tagged me yesterday where this South Asian dude was literally getting beaten up. Hold on. Getting beaten up by English support. Hold on, give me a second, let me find it. Like, they were like literally beating this dude. See it here, sir. Like, literally beating the dude, man. Like, they kick him out. A South Asian man getting attacked by that's 11 planes that have passed by in the last 48 minutes. I could literally make a squad out of 11 players, but I can literally start those plane pilots, man. Is 11 planes have passed by in the last 48 minutes, bro. But yeah, man. Imagine a South Asian man getting attacked by English supporters. It's disgusting behavior, man. Why are you doing that? Why are you catapulting your anger to someone that has nothing to do with the final? He didn't play for the side, and even if he did play for the side, he doesn't deserve that behavior. And this is not just by millennial fans. This is by old greyback old youths. Well, young in mentality, of course. Old greyback youths that are acting as youths, acting like hooligans from England. Was there 2 fat man kicking up the dude, and he had nothing to do with the final. Man, let me come off for this video podcast, man. But to wrap things up, bro, racism is not going to die in football. It's not going to die in football. Like I said, I think it's going to get worse in football. I knew after those 3 players missed their penalties, I knew they were going to get the salt. I knew they were going to get the heat. I knew they were going to get the heat as soon as they missed their penalty. All 3 of those players. It's like English supporters saying, don't tell me another nigger is going to step up to the penalty and take another penalty, man. I bet he's going to miss the penalty. I'm not even going to look at the penalty. I bet he's going to miss the penalty. And he missed a penalty. He literally missed a penalty, bro. But I bet those same English supporters were not being racially abusive to those three players prior to the penalty shooter. I'm pretty sure of that. I could put money on that, but I'm broke right now. I'm not a betting man for that matter, because I don't have an intention to gamble. But what I'm saying is this, bro. English supporters, there's a lot of fans that love football conditionally. If your side is doing good, then of course you're going to rock with your side if things are going good. Like, there's no contentious moment with your side. Your side is not losing any games. Your side is not losing on any trophies. Your side is doing good. So you're rocking on that train of in the good type of moments. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If that side is losing, that's 12 planes, by the way, that have passed. If your side is doing good, bro, if your side is doing good, if your side is losing, I should say, planes distracting me and stuff. If your side is doing good and then it starts playing poorly, then my thing is this, bro. Then you're not a true supporter, bro. You're a conditional, incentivized, manipulative fan. You don't genuinely support your side. You don't genuinely support your side, and you know that as well. If you're going again, when England was winning their matches, even though it wasn't the most convincing wins, they were not. Nobody was criticizing English. The black players of England. But now everybody wants to find them a scapegoat. Everybody wants to find them a scapegoat. Everybody wants to find them a scapegoat. In the young names of Rashford, who is 23, Saka is 19, Sancho is 21, and I believe Sterling is about 26 or so. You guys have no idea what racism can do to one's psyche. You guys have no idea. There are fans that literally racially abuse players, and I'm pretty sure those players are mentally disturbed to some degree. They have not recuperated from that trauma. They haven't brought closure to that racial trauma. They're still in that traumatic headspace. Cyberbullying needs to stop. Racism needs to stop, but unfortunately, like I've said in this video podcast, it's going to get worse. It's not going to stop. Racism is going to get worse in football. It's not going to stop. And that's a strong opinionated statement of mine. Now, of course, I like to be proven wrong, but given how things are right now, bro, I'm just thinking out loud. This is me, and things are not looking good. Things are looking bleak for not only English black players but black players. Period. And that's why if you're a black man, you need to what? That's 13. 30, no, that's 8. Excuse again, I'm not good with numbers, bro. I'm the worst person at mathematics. I failed mathematics twice, the examination twice, and I didn't take the mathematics exam anymore because I'm just that bad at mathematics. Excuse me, just that bad. um that's 13 planes, bro, and it's not even hours yet, man. Some person say that, man, when I live in the urban community, man, like in the inner city, I think it's better that way. I don't want to live. I'm no country boy. I'm no southern. I'm not from the south. You see me, bro? There's a lot of planes that like literally pass by like every 2 minutes, bro. I mean, So in wrapping up this video podcast, and I do have in Manchester United latest. Yes, there's United latest thing, but I don't want to get into that because I wanted to flesh out a few things that has been on my chest, is me. And I wanted to bring that to closure. Racism needs to stop in football, but I don't think it's going to stop. I think it's going to be more exasperated as time goes on. I just don't. I feel for Rashford because Rashford doesn't No player deserves that, bro. No black player, no white player, no pink player deserves racism. No albino player deserves that that type of I just don't think so, bro. You know. So of course you guys know what's dealer. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section regarding to racism. You think it's going to continue in football? You think it's going to be brought to a halt? You think it's going to be aborted? Comments down below, bro. If you have something on your heart, just lay it out in the comment section. This comment section is a free zone. Of course, if you have racial comments, I'm going to delete it in a microsecond. I get notifications, so I'll know what the comments you guys post. But comments in the comment section, yeah. Comments in the comment section. I don't think it's a good thing for I don't like it, bro. Racism in terms of football, and I did a couple of admonishment videos in regard to Rashford. Rashford is again the common denominator when it comes on to racism, because he was getting racial comments with Martial, with Twansibi, and to a lesser degree Paul Pogba at Manchester United. Is me, and I did a few videos admonishing certain degree of Manchester United fans giving some of those players racial comments, because they're not racially abusing the player, they are racially abusing the person. They're racially abusing the person. Players are persons. Players are human beings. You see me? And a lot of persons are just not aware of the type of psychological issue that racial comments, racial abuse can lead to. They're just naive like that. But I'm just going to call it quits right now, bro, because I can go on and on. Some of you guys know that already. I can preach, I can teach, and it's hard to maintain. It's hard to sustain something that you really want to say, but you can't. But I just want to keep this video shorter than an hour, man. Just 3 minutes shy of being an hour. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Click on that post notification bell link below. If you approve of this video podcast and you're blind, well, if you're blind, then you can't see me. You can't see my beautiful face, and that's understandable. But that's 14 planes now. That's 14 planes now. But if you say I like button like this and you're deaf, if you say I like button on this and you're deaf and you approve of this video anyway, you like how I look, click that like button right now. Click that like button. But if you disapprove of this video, hit that dislike button. Hit that dislike button. That's telling me that I have improvements to make in my game. So there's more experience that I can gain, so that I can be better with you guys. Hit that dislike button. And even if I'm doing everything right, which I believe that I am, but still, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Comments down below. Hit that dislike button. Hit that like button. I don't think I'm going to come back with a video podcast this week. I might, probably at least one more, but it's not going to be as lengthy as this video podcast. So yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, man. Stay safe. Black man, you're a target. Take care of yourself, protect yourself. Black is power. Black is power. Deuce.